I started off as a residential social worker, so I worked in children's homes for about 10 years.
I started my career here about 20 years ago as a social worker. I've worked in a number of different authorities.
I'm relatively new to Sheffield, having worked in other local authorities before coming here as the principal social worker, and I've done various roles throughout my career, from residential through to child protection conference chair.
I started as a detached youth worker in the city of Leicester and worked primarily with young people who were on the fringe of being involved in the criminal justice system.
I came back here in 2017 as the director. Love it here. It's a great place to come if you want to work here. There are lots of different opportunities, there are lots of things going on here, lots of innovative activities.
I wanted to go to a city that had some challenges but was very, very aspirational and very proud of itself. And when I looked at Sheffield and spoke to people about Sheffield, I encountered that pride in the place.
When people say they're child-centred, it usually feels a little bit like a phrase that everybody uses, but actually in Sheffield it's the ethos of everything that we do. So our children inform everything that we do. They hold their own scrutiny panel and they feed into the policies that we put out there.
A few weeks in, I'd started to meet a lot of people in service and felt that there were a really great team spirit. There were people wanting to make a change.
Social work is a hard job. It's an emotionally challenging job, and we have senior managers behind us here in Sheffield that support us through that.
We've also invested very heavily in the workforce around science and safety, so there are lots of things that are different about Sheffield if you want to come and have different experiences and work at the cutting edge of social work practice.
Everybody will go that extra mile, seeing what they can do to get things right, to look to the future, and not just to get to something that's good enough, to get to something that's absolutely excellent.
I've experienced a real commitment from the workforce across all of our services.
What do people need to be able to do the jobs, about having reasonable caseloads, about having right equipment, listening all the way through, so that open door.
You have a senior leadership team behind you that's helping you do that. It makes you want to stay, and it makes you realise that you've made the right decision to be a social worker.
It's our job, my job, to make sure that you're supported to do the very best that you can do, and are given the equipment, the tools, the training, the development in order for you to carry out what is a difficult job successfully.
And one thing with Sheffield that I found as well that were really attractive for me is training that's on offer. Really good links with local universities. We've got in-house training and support.
And that's really important because that helps us make sure that the training we provide is appropriate, and it also helps us recruit newly qualified social workers and make sure that they have a fantastic support right from the start.
It's an aspirational city and it's a growing city. If you come to Sheffield, you'll see lots of building work. There's projected population growth. There's some real diversity across the communities. It's a real great place to be at this moment in time to come and practice social work.
I was really excited about being in Sheffield. I really liked the vibe, and I was asked, so what is our unique selling point? And it's really hard to describe a vibe. And when I say that Sheffield is child-centred, that's it in a nutshell.
There's a real commitment to the people of Sheffield, and uniquely you can genuinely see your career develop in Sheffield, and we will, my commitment to you as a potential employee of Sheffield is that we will invest in you for your CPD so you can see your career progress and you can develop as a professional and a practitioner.
And I think my achievements here demonstrate that if you come and work in Sheffield, you can have a career here and not just a job.